Hey kids, it's Chris here from Infinite Fitness and Health. I am here with Jen Torriello. She is going to be taking us through the warm-up and the workout today. Warm-up is pretty cool, pretty simple. 4 rounds, a 20-second Samson stretch hold, right side and left side, 10 kettlebell swings, 10 overhead squats with the PVC. The Samson stretch looks like this. She's going to do one from the front and one from the side to give you an idea. She goes down into this lunge position. She drives her hips forward, brings her chest back. She doesn't really want to hyperextend herself, but she really wants to get that stretch through her quad and through her psoas. And she's also going to feel that in her glute as well as she presses herself forward. And she'll come out of that. And she'll turn sideways to give you the profile. There's a pretty good Samson stretch right there. She's going to not let that front knee go out over her shoelaces. It'll stay pretty perpendicular to the ground. And there's a real nice stretch for her. That'll definitely make this workout a little bit nicer. All right? So she's going to come out of that. 10 kettlebell swings. Due to the equipment loan out that we've done, we've given away all of our equipment. The only things I have here are 53 and 70 pound kettlebells. That's entirely too heavy for her to do this safely. This is just a warm-up. So what we did for her kettlebell swing, she's just going to do a kettlebell swing with a dumbbell, and she's going to do it single arm. And here she goes. Going to have a little bit more of a bend in her elbow. If she pulls that up, she's going to let the dumbbell go. And at that point, the dumbbell is going to float up in the air. And as it starts its descent, she's going to grab the dumbbell and allow it to pull her back into her starting position for her swing. Pretty ballistic. Got no problems with that right there. There's her modified kettlebell swings. Since we don't have a kettlebell, she's going to do it with the dumbbell. And then she's going to do 10 overhead squats with the PVC. These will get a little bit easier for her as she starts to progress with the warm-up, okay? Nice wide grip. Her feet will be slightly wider than her shoulders. She's in a good position here. She's going to bend that PVC. There you go. Get your shoulders locked in. Armpits are facing forward the best that she can. That mobility will allow, and she'll stand up. And she'll go down again. Would love for her to be able to get down a little bit further, but this is exactly what her mobility will allow her to do. The PVC is set over her heels. Draw a straight line down, so she's not in a horrible position there, but her mobility kind of limits the amount of range of motion that she could have at this time. She could stand up. But what do we say, right? We live to fight another day. We move the way our body can move us, and we don't expect anything more than what it can do, nor do we push it to where it can't go. So I'm perfectly fine with that as an overhead squat for her to get herself warmed up. So with that, we're going to start just a clock. And Jen's going to start with the Samson stretch. And I'll just kind of call off to her 20 seconds so she knows when to turn around. And then she'll go into her dumbbell swings. The first one's going to be like 23 seconds.
It's okay. I can use it.
Beautiful. Switch sides. There you go. We'll do this for another 4 seconds. And that's good. Beautiful job.
Pull this side for 5 more seconds. When we change sides, I don't want you to drag your knees so far behind you. Have a little bit more straight up and down.
Okay.
All right. Just kind of just change that a little bit. Switch. Yeah, now press it. Sometimes when you drag the knee out, it elongates everything.
Yeah.
You should feel this a little bit more acutely right here.
Yeah.
Okay? And switch. There you go. Keep a little bit of micro bend in the elbow as you're swinging that thing up. There you go. Now keep it a little closer to your body. Keep your shoulder pulled back nice. Good work. Okay, I'm only going to make one adjustment here.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you back over here. Kick your heels out just a little bit. There we go. And just slow it down. There we go. A lot of times when we feel we start falling forward, we start reaching back really far to try to find that
That's
center
totally
balance.
what I'm trying to do to keep my chest up.
And that's exactly what happens when we try to compensate from here. It's really a thoracic mobility issue. But you know, the more of these we do, the better that'll get. But yeah, that cheat is pretty much with everybody. I do the same thing. I got to catch myself a lot. So you've already gone back to that position. So come on up. There we go. Press up. Crank your. There it is. Go. Better position for your back. Switch.
I definitely feel hips opening.
Mm-hmm. Switch. I sat you on the other side a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Either way. There you go. Boom. Perfect. Well done. Go a little wider with your hands. That's perfect. Best one yet. last round.
Actually.
You drag down a little far with that rear knee. And switch.
I'm down.
You can keep that knee right where it is. Drive your hips forward. And switch. Those swings look great. Nice job. Final 10 overhead squats. So a little bit longer of a warm up than we normally do. It's about 9.5 minutes for this one. Could be a little faster, slower, depending on. I like to speed up what she's going here. Get her body really ready for the workout that we're about to do. She's about to do some sumo deadlift high pulls and a lot of weighted lunges.
The discomfort I had in my right side hip is gone.
Pretty cool stuff, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's your warm-up. Hey everyone, Chris is here from Infinite Fitness and Health, back with Jen to take you through the workout that you just warmed up for. The workout that we're doing is a 15-minute AMRAP, 15 sumo deadlift high pulls, 10 weighted lunges, walking if you can. We're going to get right into it. So we know she's warmed up because you just did it with her. The sumo deadlift high pull, she's going to show you with both a barbell and a kettlebell. She's going to start with the kettlebell facing that way. Starts in between her feet. Her feet go nice and wide as a sumo stance. Going to pull her knees back just a shot. And from here, she's going to stand up with velocity and pull this up to her collarbone. And again, she's going to do this one more time. Beautiful. She'll retire the kettlebell there. I'll get it out of the way. She's going to be performing the workout with a barbell. Just wanted to give you a sense of how to do this with a kettlebell. You can do this with a dumbbell. You can do this with a bag of a case of water. You can do it with anything you can pick up with velocity, just up to here and come straight back down in the hand. With the barbell, her grip is going to be she's going to touch her thumbs and grab the bar somewhere in the center. Make sure she has it centered so she's not pulling to one side or the other. Since there's no plates on here, she's just going to go slightly below her knees and stand up and pull. Boom. She stands up, shrug, and the full extension pull right there. She may find herself going onto her toes by the time this is done. Okay? Perfectly acceptable. You have to create energy from here to deliver to here. So, perfectly normal if you come up onto your toes. Second component we're going to do is we're going to be doing weighted lunges. You can do these with a barbell. You can do these with a dumbbell. We're going to show you the dumbbell modification first, because Jen's going to be doing the workout with the barbell. So she's going to start with the dumbbell in her right hand. She's going to press it up overhead. Nice and strong right there. She's going to do a couple of lunges. Beautiful. Now, we get a ways into this workout. This gets a little bit heavy. She's going to drop the weight down to her shoulder. She can do her lunges like this. scale it back a little bit further, she's going to switch hands with the dumbbell so you can see where it is, and she's going to hold it like a suitcase, and she's just going to lunge like this. Okay, so whichever you're comfortable with, and if none of those work for you because you don't have the right weight or the strength or the mobility for it, lose the weight altogether and just do regular lunges. And if you need to hold on to a column, a wall, or a chair for stability, by all means do so. One of the most important parts of the lunge, though, really is going to be where Jen sets her feet. If her feet are too narrow and she comes in like a tightroper, she's going to have a little bit of a stability problem. We're going to fix that by her going over to the barbell and me putting a barbell up over her head. All right, so the barbell is 35 pounds. It's not a terrible amount of weight, and we have ways for her to bail out in case this gets heavy. But once she presses this weight up over her head like this and starts her lunge, any instability here will be exploited in her rocking and trying to hold on to this barbell, right? Her body is going to have to fight real hard for balance of this barbell. All right? So that's what it looks like right there, with going straight up overhead. Now, in the event that she gets tired, she's going to turn around here, and she can try to put the bar on her front rack like this. This is a little bit challenging, right? But she can go like this. This will have you fighting your torso to keep your elbows up in the air the way she has them and to keep your back straight. But that's the magic of the lunge. And final result of this is you can come down to a back rack position as if you're going to do a back squat, and these you'll find the easiest out of all of the weighted barbell lunges. And here she's just going to lunge. And move herself real nice, right? And then when she gets to the end, she'll just press that bar up overhead real nice and strong and place it down. So anytime during these lunges, she may modify it from overhead and just drop it down to her back and just keep going. That's perfectly fine. That's what we want her to do. We want her to modify and self-adjust as needed. If she doesn't need to do that, though, I want her to stay pretty tall and strong. All right, so this workout goes for 15 minutes, 15 sumo deadlift high pulls, 10 weighted lunges. It's not a race, but I do want her to find a pace that she can work at and maintain that pace throughout, okay? Any questions? 10 seconds. Nice work. You need to do a round with on your back and then go back to overhead. By all means, modify accordingly, okay?
Yes.
You look great. Nice job.
They get difficult coming back.
What's that?
They get difficult coming back the other way.
Nice job. You're a little more than 5 minutes in. Nice job.
Oh dear.
Try to keep yourself a little bit more upright in that lunge, okay? I don't want you to fall too forward with that bar on your back. Nice job. It's a great mid-workout adjustment by Jen, right? Took the bar from the overhead position and dropped it onto her back. Just want to be able to see that she doesn't fall so much forward as she's going into that lunge. She's able to stay a little bit more vertical, right? It's a lot of work. Great adjustment mid-workout. Do the same thing if you're you. More than halfway through. Nice job, Jen.
Tired of those lunges, maybe your positioning with the barbell overhead is actually better than on your back. Very nice job. Yeah, you look great.
I've got no issues with what you're doing. That's strong. Bam! Look at the power. Awesome. It's a great demonstration right here of power, right? As she fatigues more, she's got to use a little bit more energy to get the same amount of work done. Look at her come onto her toes, right? That's dynamite stuff right there. That's the body working the way the body's supposed to work. Three minutes left. Press this up overhead, lock it out, be strong, and clip off your 5. 2 minutes left. Let's get back to that and get one more full round done. There we go. Just get across, just march across. There you go. 1. Step right into it. 2. You can do 3 lunges at any time, Jen. There you go. Got locked out. Boom. Beautiful. 90 seconds. This will be your last round. Right to it. 15 sumo double pie pulls. Go. Nice job. You're going to have 45 seconds to get these lunges done once you pick that bar up. Don't put that bar down. Turn yourself right around. There you go. You got 20 seconds to get back. Nice and easy. Find that pace. Come on now. Time's wasting. You got 15 seconds. 10 seconds. And like that, 15 minutes is up. 15-minute AMRAP of 15 sumo della pie pulls and 10 walking lunges. Jen got through 8 rounds of that on the button. All right. You find the right weight for this. This is challenging as hell. I can still hear her breathing heavy. It'll take her a little while to recover from this. She'll have to roll out and loosen up a little bit from the amount of lunges that she did. But if you're able to get in that 8-round range, ooh, more power to you. Nice job.